Hello, guys. Welcome back to the 7th episode of Scene 795, Season 2, presented by Record. On our set today, we have invited an award winning documentary filmmaker who is also the first woman filmmaker of our state, Manipur, to bag a national award for her debut documentary film, Auto Driver. And she's none other than Meena Longjam. Jay, please introduce us.
Hi, Disti. Thank you so much for having me at the Scene 795. My name is Meena Longjam. I'm here from Imphal, and it's pleasure to be on this podcast show. Yeah, I have been making documentary for past. I would say it's been more than 14 years that I'm in this field, and it's amazing to be here doing stories. Yes.
Sinungairo, kamaina tawringin.
Yes, nungairi haidavane. Yeah, so I'm good nungairi.
Chegi angang lay habso khoi khange che questions laktingai da aina khangning ma amlay ba motherhood ki role siga nasai gi filmmaking ki role siga kamaina chena si je mix torok ke have se handle torok pa se kamaina torok ke che si se
I know, like, we already live in a very, multiverse world. Everything around us are so convergent at the moment. So I would say that, yeah, like, I have been literally multitasking a lot, juggling my time of motherhood and also juggling my time into doing films and my academics as well. So it has not been easy. I have got two lovely kids. My daughter, she's 17 years old. She's in class 12. And my son, he's 12 years old. He's in class 7, Ira and Bobby. And wonderful to be running around them. And yeah, it's been lovely to be mother as well as, making films. And I think I don't have any complaints. Yeah.
Chichegi documentary film chichena sem bahor pa se timeline exact mag na traga su dum like chawak pa ma kanam kande horakhibno habdo.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, I didn't plunge into this field of documentary filmmaking just like that, It was a very, I would say, it was like an accident for me, It was like an accidental opportunity for me, I would say, because Huigi 2000, I would say 11, 12, there was this long economic blockade that have disturbed Manipur for more than 8-9 months. 8-9 months ki long economic blockade where the price of every commodity shot up. Even a gas cylinder cost around 2,500 that time, imagine, and even the petrol were costing around 300 and above per liter. So those days, like, I know that in today's Manipur, at the moment it is worse, but then again to go back in the year 2011-12, a situation like that, I've always wanted to tell stories of my people. I've always wanted to say things, and represent what we are actually to the other, where the mainstream media hardly do that, and they also doesn't have like proper representation of our stories. So I happened to meet this wonderful character Laibi, and I was thinking that maybe I could work on her and also put her story in the backdrop of this law and order situation in Manipur. And that's how I came up thinking that maybe the audio, because I've already done mass communication that time, and I thought, yeah, this is the coolest tool to portray a story. And also documentary filmmaking as such, it gives you power and a bit of like independentness. You don't have to literally run after anybody to produce a film. So it gave me, I think, immense power. So maybe I grabbed that opportunity and I felt the need to tell the stories of our people, and then that's how I became a documentary filmmaker, and since then I've not looked back.
Documentary film if we have to define the word documentary film, how would that be? My definition
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like we literally grew up watching film. You, me, your parents, my parents. I mean, all of people here. I think we literally grew up watching, Hindi cinemas, Manipuri cinemas, songs everywhere, even songs which are about running around the trees, all those, Bollywood tunes and everything. But documentary filmmaking is something very unique and different because it deals with facts and reality. Like as such, when we are talking, this can be documented. This can be part of the documentary story. This there is no dialogue bazi here. There is no fictional setup here. We are talking about a real context. So documentary deals with more about facts and reality. More about unfolding the truth and all.
ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ boring ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯎꯏꯀꯣ documentary filmꯁꯦ.
Yeah, so, but I would say documentary have now surged in such a way that people are not interested in fiction film, I would say. Though, there are millions and millions of films, around, but documentary films have now garnered a place where the whole idea of documentary filmmaking and fiction filmmaking have started disappearing. There's a thin line now, which is people trying to understand what is documentary and what is fiction filmmaking. I don't know. I think it's very important because the hard reality, which is really important, because people are only interested to know the truth. People are very interested in realities. So, and there are also lots of reality channels, reality shows on television. People are hooked, right, when it deals with reality. But then also people do lots of pre-scripted thing for reality shows, but then documentary is really powerful and it can really impact to change policies, to change the life of people. So it's wonderful to be part of documentary. Yeah.
ꯑꯗꯣ documentary filmꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯀꯣ ꯆꯤꯆꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯆꯤꯆꯦ ꯍꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ documentary filmmaker ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯗꯤ we are common and we are blind to what happens during that process of making a documentary film. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯗꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯒꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ common people ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯆꯤꯆꯦꯅ ꯈꯔ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯌꯣ.
I would say, like, when I entered this documentary field, I am already happy because they were already pioneering, like they were already pioneers who have done wonderful stories in documentary. Would say legendary Pabong Aribam Shyam Sharma. He has literally shown the mirror of what Manipur is made of through his wonderful films and documentaries. He not only make fiction film, but he also make documentaries which is about the flora of Manipur, fauna of Manipur, or even Ras Leela of Manipur, all kind of the rich cultural traditions and rituals we have that people don't know about us, and he's have done such an impeccable wonderful job in portraying and putting our stories in the world, mapping our Manipur to the world. So it's wonderful. Aduga documentary I have met people, like the one woman from nowhere, she just comes in and she's like, nangi documentary do yenge nang do auto do phajana thawe auto do phajana, like they think there are still that we still need, like like this conversation that we are having is very important right now, because this information that you're going to reach out to people is really going to help people understand what documentary is. Otherwise they are like, yes, I have seen this woman, she acted very well. So documentary is, as it is, like we're just if you're just taking your camera like an eye, and the camera is taking you as how you are, so that's how you show to the world. So that's documentary. So but there are people who don't understand what documentary is. They think documentary might be also fiction, unrealistic kind of thing, but it's wonderful, I would say. And yeah, there are a lot of my documentary filmmaker friends. There is this we have a organization called Telecine Foundation. Then we have Manipur State Film Development Society. All of them, like all of us, like we are few handful of 15 to 20 I would say filmmakers from Manipur who are doing wonderful job in really bringing this feel up, I would say, and I'm really happy. But I just wish that the Manipur State Film and Television Institute has been literally helping to, I would say, train lots of young participant, and to get knowledge around filmmaking, get knowledge around how documentary pitching goes and all this. It's wonderful to be part of this. Yes.
Documentary film making gi journeys da jiye woman ne woman amana sigi part se lak matam the difficulties me am sung soy da face storm gani sigi difficulties me am da khara thambira me am da kai face to
I would like adu I haizege ahan matam da when I made my film Auto Driver. I have no idea about even national award. I have no idea about I would say film festivals that accept films. But when I happened to submit this film for the National Film Award, and later on when I got to know that I got it, not just National Film Award, but many film festivals that Auto Driver went to, by now it has went to more than 50 plus film festival around national, international, in different countries, I would say. But that time, I would say that I couldn't believe in myself that, that there is an avenue, there is a platform like that for filmmakers. So, and knowing that I turned out to be, I made history kind of thing. That was literally amazing for me because I thought it was in 2015, 2016. 2015, I got the national one, 2016. So that time I felt as if, people might have, it's literally really, really late, People must have done wonderful things, in making films. But when I figured out and came to know that I'm the first woman to win a national award, it also made me sad that, why we're not other women groomed, or why we're not enough filmmakers to do that. We are making history late, not bad, but still I was wondering, so much could have been done, so that was the realization I had a bit. And also, as you asked about being a woman filmmaker, it has not been easy, though we shout so much about gender equality. The disparities is still looming around, I would say, and because film has so much genres and so much, I would say, lots of areas where women are considered to be less technical then men are considered to be more into with the gadgets, cameras and all, and women are considered maybe they can be in the creative field, but I don't think they can shoot a camera, they can edit. Such kind of stereotypical thoughts are often made upon women, and I was feeling sad. But if we literally go back to history, I think all the wonderful story that has come with how the film wave and everything started. There were wonderful women editors, who were behind editing through the small negative and the olden way of making films. So women were behind everything. It's just how they think that they won't be able to do it, kind of just thinking that they won't be able to do. So some setbacks are there that they think, they precondition themselves that women won't be able to make a mark and all, but I'm sorry to say, but it's wonderful that historically, accidentally, I became a pioneer, about surging into documentary filmmaking, and I keep requesting, or I keep also plunging myself into challenges, a situation where I keep asking avenues and seats for more women and more girls to come into this field and try, because it really empowers you as a human also.
Some trailblazer oirakani soy da vida do mayam lerangani ba even akhoi sida show da Meena Longjam haina ma amala amela se she's really good with camera adum chega wari sanaba kanda magi image ma ingona reflection ama la eo chega chamana ba ma se yawdi anungai ne koi hum phamos da wari
yeah so it's wonderful, like there has to have more spaces and more women to come up, despite everything, I mean, all the odds, they have to really come into this field and see how empowering it is. They'll never regret.
Documentary films
Yeah.
types karam laye.
See, there are lots of like, you know, habadi academically kahani, like in terms of trying to understand filmmaking, or you know, trying to understand the whole chunk of documentary, there are few types like observational, then there are participatory, reflexive, they performatory, expository kind of and participatory is something when you yourself as a subject get involved into the documentary while navigating the stories. And then there are you know, even poetic documentaries where images and stills are used to, you know, narrate through, you know, a very strong poetical narration. So they are wonderful documentaries that a person, a documentary enthusiast can get into. And also there's no hard and fast rule that one has to confine to this school of you know, and this type of habit. They can completely break the rule and make their own way of you know, storytelling, you know. So there's no hard and fast rule that one has to fit in this category or one has to fit in that category. This creativities are like, you know, comes with lots of freedom. You can always take a chance and try to be, you know, your own creative way to tell the story.
Information ma'am say in process among to ne mi se hadi koi viewers yeng se yeng ba hair ga di ta ba hair ga di ne ngasi sida chanai wari se yam thina kanar ka ni in case moina documentary film the interest le ga di ko yam thina kana ga da episode ne ado je music break atang lower se ko
Yeah.
So guys, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back. Go back. Welcome back, guys. Ako'y husig break mo siya mas lower ado show say continue to say seminar dong on sana say. Tja, Manipur sa nung shira.
Oh, kamay nung shiroy doon. Hadi imani, you know. Amo igira, you know, I can never call mother to a neighbor. I can never call mother to a different state. But Manipur always is my first love, my motherland. I don't know. Nung shit up.
Husik adum Manipur sa saying na kaya di irang adum tawbo ko pa yam regularly adum ko ito to the chaos adum laye ba. But from within this chaos ako'y husik lady mi sing maraktagi adum sports person bu oiro writers oiro dancers singer or in any other contemporary art form loy naman ko litkhat laye ba adum handak ta so adum Benita Lasham hoy degi jingan thoy hoy moi dum Bharat ki Amrit Kalash kaina ana phago lagi se cheda kai phawbi se kumagi ora ko matam
Yeah, I have always loved the resilience and the fighter spirit we have among our Manipuri brethren. I would say habadi asuk yamna habadi matam se khani Manipur ki situation je it's been gullible. It's been really scary. Sigi marak sida laitana naha oriba artist inkhalak leba myam hotnara aga ko khoi Manipur gi maming mingjet je mutta na purak na bo hotnara imam je. I think it's really something that we really need to applaud hard. It's really wonderful Haitar, and I'm so proud of them.
Hello, teacher, like teacher artist amaneba. Saying her gadi teacher yamna one of the most prominent artists on highway are teacher. Manipur sa husik lai ba phibam jida artist amo in oirak pa se artist amo na lai ba se teacher kai phawi ke kai thing na have.
Yeah, as a human being, like artists are basically we're all human being, right? And artists tend to be very emotional as well because we are we are also a very sensitive being, and something bizarre like something catastrophic like what's been happening in Manipur for the past 17 months haitare yamna nuaite ko akhoi Manipur da thoiba thoaningdaba thodok mayam thoise akhoi da yam pain de haitare because so many potential youths who could be a football star, who could be a bright doctor, who could be wonderful youths, they got into this scuffle as a collateral damage because of this unwanted war and conflict. They have been killed, and I feel too sad and how even more than 70,000 internally displaced people we have, them languishing in all these relief camps. Overnight moise suddenly smaina hauna nungainal sumlay minaramaga overnight that they have to suddenly leave their homes, and they don't have their home again to go back, right? After this even 17 months of the conflict, they don't have a place to go back. So it's really a huge human crisis ever that happened in a small state like Manipur. Khangda yam nungaite haidare habidi thoidaba thoningdaba, like, and never ever in human history that's dark oiba mas maina thokpa yam nungaite haidare khoi it really pains us. Adagi shigi pains in a kai hani khangde akhoi da nungaita dana hongdokpa sauningba habi tawba ngamdaba mayam lei ko ado hongdo ubadasu mayamna some because of the language they use or some kind of they tend to get into trouble. But I feel sad. Artists are usually they are known for their expression and their haitare expressed over about the habadi yamna athingba thamba habadi wangang thokpa bo ngamdabagi situation pibaje yam nuaite haitare
Societal censorship and the
yeah,
political
the
censorship.
kind of it's really troubling because when something gullible like this is happening in our state, and then like somebody is really strangulating you, really putting like somebody is really like dana khori metleng khalo nang laudi laugani dana khoi law na bagi laugani ba that's coming out of because of something is happening to you now. People will not just unnecessarily shout or cry now because all this what's mishap that is happening to our small state is unforgivable.
In future the sigumba lariba situation mayam adagidi phattaba thoiba mayam se negativity mayam lariba mayam se jena fictional film da oiro amma buthoga sigi changes lehelamge Manipur ai sigi impact sama piramge habagi sei plan gumba laiba.
Like not just me, I think every artist, whether it's tapta, whether it's or contemporary singers, artists, everybody is trying their bit to bring in, to address, like tell our real story, what's happening to Manipur. There is something that I'm working on, but maybe I'm still working on it, and maybe it's not right to tell at the moment, but definitely I'm working on something. Yes.
By far the channel hozik phawba semaiba documentary film mayam se is there a core philosophy which you apply to each and every of your documentary film?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing like a core philosophy, but I would say, I believe in our stories. I believe in the kind of this, I would say, ordinary people with extraordinary charm. They have so much of stories, there in the periphery of Manipur. Khangjaludaba, tasaludaba, usaludaba mayam leiba. And it reflects in almost all the 3 documentaries that I have done, whether it's Auto Driver, whether it's Achaubi in Love, or whether it's this recent Andro Dreams. It's the story of all very ordinary humans doing extraordinary, work. So I happened to choose them as my heroes, and I portray their story, and it gives me immense pride and immense love of what I'm able to do with them, their story. So I'm happy to give their voice. Hi there.
It's a national award winning documentary film auto driver se sigi matang na kanagi wari no kari wari no kamaina la khibano ha the summary oina je mayam gi oina so
Yeah, so Auto Driver will be always my first love, documentary that I venture in, since it's also my debut film, my ventured film. And it's about this Mayam Manipur, Mayam na di khangnare Manipur laibak, not only Manipur, but I think in northeastern India or even in India. Now they know about that. There's a woman called Laibi in Sigi Pangai Rom the Laiba. Iche Laibi na Malay, Maze auto Thauzaraga. She makes a livelihood out of driving an auto, and it's very wonderfully motivating story. And ma thengnaruba haitare aigi both HLIB and me, the kind of bond and chemistry we develop over a few years, and we finally agree that I think we should do a story. And I and people love the response. She's very candid. She's very candid, and documentaries, I also said that it's more about observing, more about the candidness. So people have loved her. Literally magi ngang thorak pa sak thorak pa mean am nungshigi ba haidare am prompt oiraga adumaina. So this film has been really traveling, and adum aigi ahanba su oikre aduna yam nungshi haitare.
Chega manakta phamma ko dum whole day wari tar ga lebdane hang right dum ta gi dum wa dum ta wang amni
Sweet. Oh my God.
chega is like documentary film ahum da adugi manung da quite a recent oi base karam oi den
Yeah, Andro Dreams is my recent documentary, and also Andro Dreams Haitare. It's like my first feature-length documentary. Haitare. Handagi previous documentaries are all around 30 minutes, but Andro Dreams is 63 minutes long, and it is by time, by money, by everything. It's one of my hugely invested documentary, because I believed in the subject I was dealing with, and yamna shunung shiva magi maming som laibi ko with this lady. By coincidence or something, all the libraries have come to my life somehow, and I have made a story for them, and it's just wonderful how it happens. And library hai ba maming se lai de ko mo se amna lai de na lai ba ki habidi kanoma hadi unimaginably strong woman that comes from a periphery that no one will imagine such kind of human height that is minor kind of like, see, we are from the new generation, like I'm a millionaire, maybe you are Gen Z, but when we came, like internet also came upon, and we can put stories on Instagram, social media, like maybe procrastinating a bit about ourselves. But this woman, Andro Dreams ki she was quietly nurturing 150 national international football players in Andro. Can you believe?
150.
Yes. She has. I haven't screened this film, sorry, not yet, but I am planning to release this in December in Andro. And Iche Laibi has, she has this small Ep-7 Andro Mandal Mahila Football Association, like Andro Mandal Mahila Association Football Club, Ep-7 Live Andro da. Magi piggery tawdana, sericulture tawdana, handloom tawdana, sigi pangjaba paishaduna. She was nurturing this football club, and she has beautiful idea of why would she want the girls to get into football.
Those 150 players are girls.
Yes.
All girls.
All girls. So nobody knows this, see? And I'm sorry to say, because she doesn't know handpan about what's happening in social media, how people are promoting themselves. But when I went there, when I found this story, I was like, I don't know about anybody. I have to tell HLIB's story to the world. And her story is really powerful. And the world right now is literally loving this story. I've screened this film in Kerala, in Kolkata, and in Egypt. It's going to be screened in Iran in November 26th. People have loved it. I would say screen in Mumbai as well. I've lost count, but literally people are really loving the story.
This is why I always say in each and every of our episode that art is a very powerful tool. Travel tawise kaidawba no ngasi iche laibigi wari se akhoi bawo khangamdeba, but people in Egypt, people all around the world has started to know who Laibi is. So we should respect our artists.
Yeah.
Akhoi artists akhoi na yamna respect tawbam thokpane sigi profession se just hobby khatang na te akhoi na profession amo in uba se khar tamase.
Yeah, and also to add, it was also screened in Korea in Seoul.
See.
And even they asked me to send all my subtitles so that they could translate it in Korean.
And now you know the importance of language. Hozik language say ngo karigumba Meena akhoi na hozik na platform say social media platform ne lairiba dunya myam se dunya da laiba mi myam se loi pushal la ine Korea yore film se Korea yo matam da Manipuri lon da screen tawre yo poto they need subtitles and that has to be in English.
Yeah.
See ne akhoi na language ki barriers se akhoi laipam sung thok te language should not be a barrier.
Yeah.
When it comes to communicating with one another, common form haba male akhoi na sida English ngangi hai na mayam sina dum maitai oiraga English ngang ba haiba pot se adum barabar dum haiba.
Yeah.
Importance to khara khang se bokhoi zo tawre pot se karino akhoi na laiba platform se akhoi maitai macha khatangi platform la natraga atopa mayam akhoi na reach out tawningi se phajalaga kaino mana dum phajalaga thamba ma lai se thambi ga no.
Yeah.
Haidi akhoi se yawning let it go.
Yeah, let go of all this.
Akhoi wari myam se tahan se haiba mayam da asida adu nganga da nganga si sine akhoi na ngasai society gi censorship haira ido strangle tawraga thamba haira ido si isne so ngani ba lerga su ngang zoi ke shukai dai na haira it's a fact, it's a truth. Not just
Disti have nailed this.
Haidi ai imalon da ai nushidabagi haiba natte ba but we need our story to reach out to more people.
Exactly.
Akhoi kanano haiba se henna mayam na khangbam thoeba India harak matamda phare khoi je hoji India gi part amane che India haina la ko matamda Meena kai ugani the typical big eyes pointy nose dark skin khoi na pan chalo matamda nga sai che na wai li khoi je Indian man de khoi je Indian na te ha bagi concept amale me haina che do wai li si kai gi no reach out to the what pagi ne ba akhoi lady ha ba se what pagi ne si la ko matamda we have to use a common means common power ama ko shinar pa power of communication se shine yam importance la e ba haidi common noi ba mayam da khangna ba khoi kanano ha ba da tak ba da mayam loina ma gyan ta ga do pot to adu change ba na tana che
yes true this
adu mi pot do kadang tham nei haidi akhoi seng na haidi khoi mayam se loina ma gyan ta nei ba supportive ai ngai handak akhoi gi mi ma se kyam supportive oi ha ba se hoi kitang partially khara gyan ta do khar di lai but I am bana di gyan ta ba mi sing se hu ta na re de social media pare phone pare loin ure ma se khang ba hora bani na hojik ti English ngang ba da du ngang ha matam da there are lots of people who come out to support us by do bagi no noina du hojik phaw ba siwana to lai se ha bi question hang ba mi phaw yam thole and I'm so proud of them ai harawe ha di oh changes things koi khara lak bo hore ko na ado ai wa ngang khai kai
no it was needed and you nailed it.
Chichigi achievements award oro adagi topa mayam lerangwani ado mayam da kitang thambi ba yaga da
I mean award it just come automatically when you work hard, you know. I don't go after awards, but it naturally comes, you know, when you do anything with your passion and anything with, you know, the kind of pursuance you need to do. So I think nothing about being award frenzy, but I would say if you do something passionately, it will just follow you. I would say, Auto Driver won the best documentary in Mumbai Jagran Film Festival. Then, it has been nominated as a opening film at non-feature section, the International Film Festival of India, IFFI Goa, the 2023. We did the red carpet walk along with my protagonist, Laibi, my producer, and few of my crew who has been part of Andro Dreams. So we walked the red carpet, imagining. I was like, really, documentary is doing the red carpet walk, wow. So we did that in Goa last year in 2023 in November. So that was wonderful. Then, yeah, I've been also a few other festivals that very important, international film festival like Andro Dreams has also been screened in Kathmandu International Mountain Film Festival. It was also recently screened in Bhubaneswar. And yeah, the festival circuit is still around, still going strong, I would say, and people are like, how I'm just I'm just happy when the story resonate with people from UAE, people from the Middle East, that there are such kind of stories. They also have women, girls, uh, who want to play hard sports, who want to play football, but they're also being subjected to traditional setups and the laws. So yeah, maybe they also see a kind of hope and resilience in my story, and I'm really happy for that.
Sigumba khara yam tholagadi change amuk hena speed up torgadaba male adagidi akhoi wari na se mina se hena khanggadaba male
Yeah.
sing hargadi Manipur se yamna yam phajawa, not just about the sceneries and all sceneries gum do khatang na taba leiba mi du gi story mi du da magi story amam lo leram doine ba, and it needs to be told. Yam phaja wari yam leram ga doine koina khangdaba udaba ngasi so inga izine 150 female footballers nurture torin no pm khatang na.
Yeah, imagine this is just around 68, 69 years old, she's unmarried, she remain unmarried, bringing all them up.
Unmarried oiraga sumaina nurture tor pa se societal norms um thugaira min stereotypes thugaira min that woman has to get married before 30.
She is kick-ass. I wish one day we can maybe post screening of Andro Dreams. Maybe we can also have both the libraries do an interview for you, a show. Like they are just amazing as a human. They are just givers, and completely God gifted people, I would say, with so much humility, so much love. Yeah.
Since I have at Manipur University, MUC culture.
Yeah.
Adugi matang na khatang haibira mo siya.
Beside making films, like juggling between my films and academics, I'm also teaching at Manipur University of Culture under Department of Culture Studies, and I also deal with lots of wonderful students. And yeah, it's wonderful, like to always have a space to interact with students, to also know the impulse of what the youths are thinking in today's time, at this odd time, I would say. Yeah.
Any upcoming future projects delayed besides the 3 documentaries?
Yeah, there are a few things I'm really working out at the moment, but also today's also World Mental Health Day, I think.
10th of October.
Yeah, and I think also surviving, living in a conflict zone, in a conflict place, it have taught you many things. Yeah, so we, despite manifold trouble and problems, we have tried to navigate our ways to move on with things. And I have done crazy stuff, from trying to participate in poetry making, to trying to still go as a participant in workshop, because it kind of helped me navigate my as a therapy, I would say, because when you keep pursuing something, it really helps you calm you down as well. But because of all the conflicts and everything, you're so disturbed by the kind of news that we have been hearing. It's so tough. So the art is how we use as a way of a survival tool.
Conflict kyam thina normalize tawre ha matamda.
Yeah.
Gunshot taw matamda.
Yeah.
Kyam ta kano tawdreba. Normal day mo yan khan.
Yeah, exactly. And like friends outside of Manipur, they're not able to believe that we are still living here. They are like, like just vacate Manipur, leave Manipur, kuch bhi nahi rakha hai yahan pe, just forget everything. You have got kids, your kids have to survive, So there has been my friends from outside have been so worried about me because there's so much of violence here. Kya karo? There's no future there. Come off, sell off your land. Aa jao. People have done that actually, but I'm not. I still love our place. I don't want to leave my place, and we are all in this together. I would say to fight the odd outs and try to, help bring back, what we deserve as a human in Manipur.
Till the end.
Yeah.
Well, amaga dum support tong
Yes,
kitang
yeah.
khak oiraga su nat
Yeah.
che ado ai ngasai che na Korean gi matang na Korea matang palak matam
Yeah.
subtitle palak matam dana ai na hangni question am
Yeah.
laiba film ama sema matam dana che akoi gi native language ta chat ki ba se si mina gyan tar ga dum aduna am khena phare ko but si akoi native language am keno English tong onthora subtitle se ko matam da akoi na akoi lon da hariba wahi duga masai English to onthore buduga phajaba se hadi kamaina justice to bra like
Yeah, see, it's not possible. That's why, the job of a translator is very tough. To get the whole literal, like only its literal meaning, I would say, to get the whole sense of, what I want to say in Manipuri and what it would mean, and then how it will get deciphered into English, and they would feel the same habit. It will be there, but to the nearest kitang chana badaga ko idagi nearest oiba hadi we have to translate. So sometimes even the translator say we deserve more package, more money, for translation it's needed because it's a tough job, I'm telling you, and I literally salute to all the translators.
akoi na ngang yo wa da translate to we mahutan che
Yeah.
hadi English to ina sunga tang voice over oina phajana wahi da chakhiyo matam da aduna hena phabra na taga subtitle na hena phabra
I think both voiceover and subtitle both are needed. There might be people who have hearing difficulties. They would want to look at in the subtitles, and there might be people who doesn't have good vision. They might be want to hear it, and also even like hena kanole regadi people even use sign language, to put the conversation by also putting in the idea of for those who are deaf, for them to listen to. Even sign language pau sizinabelay pau bawa matamda hadi that shows loinamak kay khanbibado.
no koi show se wrap up to ba yang tore ado che keno to dringa da lotion dringa da che na mayam da viewers sing da degi di akoi hogolai ba artist young artist mayam se che na kari hainingi habada khara haibiram
I would say keep your dream and passion alive. Habidi hona balib kano. Though there are so much of negativities around ka. But akoigi resilience, akoigi laidana to fight the odd outs. We have been taught that only now in a reason living like this. Aduna hona balipi gano and please dream on. And that way we will make our Manipur more proud. Always proud. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Meena.
Yeah.
Sa love you ba ito magta.
Yeah.
Hadi, che worry sana ba se? Ingon da strength am open to ba don to eh.
Yeah.
Multitasking to ba se mayam na kinay ko. But che na yam phasa na gracefully se handle to eh. War so wana amaso yam phasa na to eh. Mami jo dum tae phasa na to ba gi. Ado hadi che na ngam di akoy sungsoy na ngam kani ha ba gi strength am pi ba do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Sila
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for being with us till the end of the show. Yeah, and bye-bye. We'll come back next episode. We'll see each other in next episode.